Hey, all visitors from outer space, and welcome to the party. That would be the Quantum Cocktail Party, and I am your terrestrial host, Campione. And I'm joined, as usual, by the Space Stooges here, Bruno and Louie, and we want to welcome each and every one of you ETs to our happy little cosmic oasis. That's right, we are at intergalactic headquarters here, the Party Continuum, and we are broadcasting to you from the top of the world. We gotta work on that. Alright, and it's our job to make sure that you, our space brothers, can easily assimilate into our Earth culture. We're gonna give you some of the finer points of living. Now, as you know from our last episode, if you watch our last episode, a cocktail party is a field of action whereby the males and females of our species can intermingle and engage in a series of complex and awkward and even embarrassing behavior. Well, this is primarily facilitated by the use of alcohol. Now, alcohol comes with a variety of names. We call it booze, hooch, happy juice, firewater, any number of things, and they're all intoxicants, which means they're toxic, which means they're poison. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what kind of species is this? They're deliberately ingesting poison. Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One, it helps to kill off all those stubborn brain cells that are actually working against us when it comes to getting intoxicated. A good reason in and of itself. But two, the big payoff comes when it's time to intermingle with Earth females. We feel that alcohol, combined with a pre-scripted dialogue, often termed bullshit, can do wonders in lowering the resistance of an Earth female and possibly enhance our chances of sexual activity. Yes. Although, you never know, because Earth females are extremely and notoriously unpredictable. You never know what they're going to do next. Still, alcohol is considered to be the safest path through dating hell. The primary reason is that it removes inhibitions. Now, this can be a double-edged sword because if you're not careful, your inhibitions can be removed and you'll find yourself dancing naked on the White House lawn. And that's going to bring you all sorts of attention you didn't want. No, best to save all of your naked dancing for the female domicile. But we're going to get into that some other time. I want to get back into booze right now. Now, we have many different forms of booze. For example, there's beer, which is made by brewing. And then there's hard liquor, which is produced by distillation. And then we have wine, which is made from, well, it's made by fermentation. Now, these different methods of producing booze, they're actually really not important. The only people who care about these things are either manufacturers or total geeks who have no life and have no bigger thrill than arranging their wine cellar by geographic location. So, this here, which you see me drinking, is a glass of wine. And it's something I pulled out of my California section of the wine cellar earlier. And it's made from the Cabernet Sauvignon grape. Now, that's another thing. Again, you don't really have to know these things. You should know a couple of things, and the most important is chicks dig it. No one really knows why, but if you could throw out a couple of names like Cabernet Sauvignon or Viognier, and you come up with an occasional phrase like, the tannins in this wine are very subtle. Chicks dig that. Who knows why? It makes you sound actually smarter and more refined than what you really are. This is important. And we're going to leave it right there. We'll pick it up again next week. But it's now time for our party joke. The quantum joke. Alright. This is actually an Alaska joke. This is a joke from our past. About 100 years ago when the gold rush was going on here in Alaska. Well, one of those times, old Mike, young Mike, came up from the lower 48 to strike his fortune. And he was buying supplies, going out to the fields, and he knew he was going to be gone a long time. He was buying sugar, flour, coffee, that sort of thing. And he asked the store, and he goes, "Hey, you got any women? You got any girls around here?" And the store owner goes, Nah, we ain't got nothing like that. We got old Jim there in the corner." And Mike looks at him and he goes, "That's all right, I'm not that desperate." So off he goes to his fields. Well, a couple of years pass by, and old Mike comes back into town to get some supplies, get some more flour and whatnot. And while he's at the general store, he asks the attendant, the clerk, if they ever got any women, any girls. And he said, No, but we still got old Jim over there in the corner. And Mike looks at him and shakes his head and says, "No, that's right." Goes back out into the fields. Well, another couple of years pass, and he's kind of desperate at this point, so he goes into town and he's getting supplies. And again, he asks the storekeeper if there are any women, and the storekeeper says no. And he goes, "All right, well, I'll tell you what. If I do this thing with old Jim in the corner there, how many people are going to find out about it?" And the store owner goes, "Well, let me see. That would be 5 of us." And Mike goes, "What? 5?" And the store owner goes, "Well, yeah, there's you and me and Jim. That's 3. And the 2 guys that have to hold Jim down. And Jim ain't into this shit either." Yes, Earth Brothers, jokes like that will get you far places on this planet. So I tell you what, why don't we just sign off from there, and we will meet you again here. The next time when we meet you again, and we'll give you more lessons. So until we, as the Italians say, chin chin.
口づけするより甘く